What is poppin', y'all? We are back with another episode of the Squid Game Aftermath Season 2 podcast with your host, me, DeAndre, as I go through the players from Squid Game The Challenge Season 2 to talk to them about their journey through the game and they can get and to get their perspective on what really was going down. Now, my next guest is a good player in the game. He wasn't around for super long, but we gonna learn a little bit more about what really happened and his pivoting prowess throughout the game. And without further introduction, I bring to you my man 376, Mr. Nicholas in the building. What is popping, my man?
What's going on? Nice to have me. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. How you doing?
Oh, I'm great, man. How you doing?
Great, fantastic. Just getting ready, watching the rest of the show. I'm probably gonna finish it up tonight, actually.
Excellent, excellent. See, now everything looks, you look a little more clear now. The sound is clear. Everything is like click just now. I don't know what you did, but
Oh, there we go. Yeah. See,
you
once
looking
we get it
crystal.
rolling, we got it going.
Hey, lights, camera, action. Lights, camera, action. So I got your bio up here. I like the profile picture. So 376, 25, plumbing salesperson.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I do. I actually have on one of my cards right here. I've been doing plumbing for quite a while now. I take a lot of pride in what I do. It's done me a lot of wonders. So I love plumbing.
Nice, nice. That's awesome, man. So if y'all need someone to help y'all with y'all plumbing needs, make sure y'all go to this man right here.
I, I don't, laying pipe is not the only thing I do, but I do it well.
This man got jokes too. Okay, he's a plumber and a comedian. Okay. So, oh, what, like specifically what kind of plumbing? I guess, plumbing can be what kind of plumbing? Just
Oh,
to
we're
get to
talking
get
hard pipe, soft pipe, any type of pipe any type of pipe you need. I'm your
any
guy.
type of pipe. Okay. Got you. This man was wonders, man. From Florida, what part of Florida?
Right now I'm in Broward County, Florida, but originally I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
I can hear the Brooklyn. I was like, you don't sound like you from Florida.
I'm a hybrid now, a little best of both worlds.
Okay. So you've been in Florida how long?
About 12 years now.
Okay, okay, okay. Brooklyn. Well, shout out to BK, man. I'm in New York, so.
Shout
And
out to
then,
Brooklyn.
okay, okay, Cancer. And then you came in third place for a Sexiest Man Alive contest.
That's true. I did. I did. I was on a cruise. I surprised my mother for her birthday cruise a couple years ago. And then made some friends on the cruise, and they insisted that I took part of the Sexiest Man Alive contest. Came in third place and walked around with my plaque all day. Took a lot of pride in that.
That's hilarious. That is, what cruise was it?
I think it was what's that cruise? It's not Carnival,
So
but
we got
it's
Royal
the
Caribbean,
Royal
Norwegian.
Caribbean.
Okay, cool,
Shout
nice.
out
I
Royal
was on,
Caribbean, third place.
nice, nice. I was actually on a cruise this summer to Alaska. It was my first cruise ever, and I did a singing contest, and I got second place. I should have won. I should have won, but I was friends with some of the crew, and they said it would be cheating if I were to win, so they let this other lady win. But I really
Really?
won the competition. Like,
You were
I
being
know.
generous and giving it to her.
Exactly. I didn't need the prize. I just needed the acknowledgement.
Exactly.
Well, that's what's up, man. Well, look, shout out you and the third place plaque. I'm curious, I'm wondering what happened. Why did you get third place? What happened in first and second?
Well, we narrowed down to a lot of the competition. It wasn't too hard. And then when it got down to when push came to shove, there was some real good competition there. Some beautiful dark skinned men that I just I could only hold up so well with. And I'm third place. I'll rightfully take that.
They said they were the real plumbers on the ship.
I think you're right about that.
Hey, look now, if you ever seen the documentary Stuck on the Cruise Ship, I got Poop Cruise. Check it out, y'all. I did a review on
Oh yeah,
it.
that's a good one.
So, Nicholas, why did you decide to apply for Squid Game, the challenge, season 2?
Yeah, great question. I was actually watching season one with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and we were really getting into it. And we were really into it. We liked it a lot. And at the end of the first season, we saw the opportunity to apply for the second season. And I said, why not? And I applied for it and then kind of forgot about it. I did my video application, and about maybe 6 months to a year later, I got a phone call at work one day saying, "Hey, we want to go through the casting process with you." And I said, "Really?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then ever since then, we got onto the show, and it was awesome.
Nice, nice. And so what's like your big reasoning behind it though? Like what pushed you to like, so I really want to do this or was it just a fun thing?
Oh, I wanted the 4.56 million. I wanted to win it all, man. I wanted to go for it. I wanted to, meet a bunch of people, get competitive, and do the whole nine. I thought it was gonna be a great time, and I thought I could really, really win it all.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, look, the first season is, it looks very doable. It looks
Oh
like you
yeah.
just walk in there and do your thing.
Oh, they make it look easy on TV. Yeah.
They do make it look easy on TV. I will agree with you on there. So, you go through the casting process, you get through all the stuff, and you find out you're on the show, and it is the night before you get on the plane to London. What's going through your head that night?
Oh, I'm super nervous, man. Like, all the emotions are running through. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do. I'm practicing the games. I actually have all the games over here still, the Ganji and the Daki and all that. I was practicing all night, and I was just getting my suitcase ready and preparing for what I was gonna do, what I was gonna say. I was writing in my journal, going over everything, trying to just be as prepared as possible for what was to come. Yeah,
Well, that's excellent. Preparation breeds, success. I did not
exactly.
prepare for the games myself, but I just wanted to surprise. I knew it was popping,
I
but I
think I
do
think
think
Kobe said it. I think Kobe said it best about being prepared, and then you shouldn't be scared of anything.
facts. Kobe was all right. He was right about that. And practicing. There's a whole bunch of games to practice season two. So you had to practice season one games and the season two games. You had to be in the gym just in case they wanted to bring the tug of war, and you had to practice all the little pentathlon games. So you guys had extra stuff to practice.
I knew there was gonna be a little surprises in there too, so I was getting ready.
Did you practice the cookie?
I did practice the cookie. There's actually a Korean shop right across the street from me where they had them.
Oh, so this man was there every day. They're like, "What you doing here so much?"
Salivating.
That's hilarious. Okay, and so you get on the plane, you head to London, get all your stuff together, and you're at the hotel, and it's the night before you head into the dorms. How you feeling?
I'm getting nervous at this point, but I'm locking in. I'm writing in my journal everything I want to do once I get in there, how I'm gonna talk to people, how I'm gonna present myself, what I gotta do, where I gotta put my head at, what I have to say, what not to say, and I'm just trying to lock in mentally and prepare myself for what's gonna come.
What was your plan on how to talk to people and how to present yourself?
It was going to be to make myself very known, make sure I get my face shown around to everybody, but not be too pushy. I didn't want to be someone that was trying too hard, but someone that wasn't scared to, be present. So
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I didn't get that last part. Go ahead. Can you hear me?
yes, sir.
All right, I didn't get that last part. What'd you say, sir?
So yeah, no, I was getting ready to go into the dorm, and like I said, I wanted to talk to everybody, make sure I could talk to everybody, get my face shown, but not seem too pushy. I didn't want to seem like I was doing, extra and being over the edge, but I definitely wanted to be known and have my presence be there.
Okay, this man said I need my screen time, y'all, but I'm not gonna be too much in the front. Just a nice medium. He said a nice medium. Okay, that was a great plan. And so I know you guys had your little groups or cells or whatever you want to call them with the colors and whatnot.
We did, we
How
did.
how did that go for you, like mingling with the people?
That was really fun actually because we had the groups before we got into the dorms, and my group color was purple. And I had some good friends in our group, since Sebastian and Ashley and Sheriko and Ranger and Jenny. That was like our purple group. And I remember when we got into the dorms and we split up into the X and the O, a lot of us, or I think it was about maybe two of us on the O. And then I remember seeing my friends, Ashley and Jenny, on the X side, and they were like, come over. Right when they gave us an opportunity to switch sides if we wanted to. And I was like, oh, hi, no, but I can't go over. I trusted my gut. I didn't want to go over. And I still think about that to this day. I was just texting Ashley on Instagram. I said, "Oh man, I wish sometimes I still think about it. I wish I would have came over to the other side."
Hey man, you never know. I mean, you got to trust your gut in that instance. I mean, I went to the premiere party the other day and they asked us to pick X or O, and I picked the O because the O means go. I'm ready to keep going. X means like I don't know. I'm ready to quit.
Oh yeah, exactly. And then the X was red, and our hotel was red, and afterwards there were so many little subtle hints that we were like, "Oh, we should have known to go X," but you really don't know. I mean, there were so many underlying factors onto what happened. It could have been anything.
No facts, man. You don't know, and you just gotta just roll with the punchlines as they go. And so
Exactly.
When it's time to leave the hotel, you guys get in the dorm for the first time. Tell me your first reaction and getting into the dorms.
It was insane. It was surreal. Like as soon as we stepped inside, it looked identical to the actual show, like picture perfect. And it was huge. I was walking around everywhere, checking to see like around the corners and they had all the details on the wall. It was amazing. It was spot on.
Yeah, no, it was lit. And you was did you how would you operate with like 455 of the people being in there?
That was actually my favorite part of like being, as soon as we got in there and meeting everybody, I'm running around like a little social butterfly. Like I said, introducing myself to everybody, as many people as I can, just trying to show face and get along and just get that little one-on-one interaction with as many people as I can get. And that was my favorite part about the whole show, actually, just getting to know everybody.
Yeah, no, how long were you in there before the guards came out?
It was quite a while. We were sitting there for a pretty long time, meeting each other, and then probably a couple hours or something like that. And then finally the guards came out and everyone was like shook because they just came out with no introduction or nothing. All of a sudden they just popped out and we were all shook. And then it was funny because we had to do filming and a few more cut scenes, so then it was like over and over and over again, which kind of lost its presence, but it was still it was really funny.
Were you expecting to do red light, green light first?
I was expecting red light, green light, but I was also thinking there's a chance it could be something else. A lot of people going into the show were talking about. They said they didn't think it was gonna be red light, green light. I thought it was going to be. I thought there was a small chance it might not be, but that was my initial thought. Definitely not the button game that came to be.
Yeah, no, I mean they threw everyone for a loop. And so when the guards do come out and they say we need two people to step up, did you think about stepping up?
I did for a split second, but what they said was like they introduced it as there's people that have come here together with pre-existing relationships, and I think that's who they were actually targeting for to come to apply to stand up. So it was going to be like either the father and the daughter, or there was sets of twins. Like there was another set of twins that I ended up getting really close with after. And I was trying to like protect them. I was like, nah, I don't think you guys want to go. And I was like, you guys stay back. They'll send the other twins over there. And there was actually a lot of, I think it was for twins and brothers and siblings.
Was it the fraternal twins?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. What's their names again? We
Anthony,
actually
Anthony,
no.
and oh, not him. No,
Wait, is it Anthony? And what's his brother's name?
starts with a F. I can't remember his name, but they look way different than each other. Like they don't even look alike at all. And
Oh no, I love those guys. I had a flight home with Anthony on the way back. Yeah,
yeah.
and we went out with those twins, and then another set of identical twins. We went out to Soho afterwards.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So a different set of twins. Okay, okay. And
a
so
lot
you're
of
like,
twins.
yeah, they really love the twins. I was like, is there like a twin fetish going on in Squid Game right
I
now?
think so.
I did not. It was tons, and then tons of siblings and tons of relationships going on. I mean, there was
Yeah,
some
definitely.
in the first season, but not nearly that many. I think there was only like three sets of twins, maybe. But
Yeah,
it was that was OD. And
definitely
so
OD.
yeah. And so, they get up there and they announce, like, okay, one group is staying in here, one group is going to the other room. And when you get in the other room, the guard comes out and explains you guys are doing counting and explain the rules as, the team who gets closest to 456 seconds, that's the winning team, and that's the losing team. What was your reaction to when you heard the rules to the game?
So it was actually a little confusing at first. We weren't really sure. And then once we found out that all the fate was going to fall under one person for counting, everyone already threw up their hands and like people started walking away, giving up, doing all sorts of things. And then my intuition was to kind of get close to the podium and try to help pick out the best person to get this done. And then it started to get really hectic. Everyone started yelling. They cut out a lot of the scenes actually. People were just yelling and screaming and you can't get nothing done. And there's one point where I'm saying, everyone shut the F up. We gotta listen to what he's saying. I'm trying to get us, and then it was crazy. But a lot of people got they gave up once they found out they had little to no say in what was gonna happen.
Yeah, they just threw the hands up. Were they listening to you or what?
They
It's like, nah.
not as much as I would have liked them to, but I did what I could, and like I said, I didn't want to be too pushy and be that guy that tries too hard. So I do what you could, and then it's a whole crowd. Crowd management's tough.
Yeah, no, it's definitely tough. I mean, one to stand out in front of the rest to get everyone to listen to you in this type of game is rough, you know. I mean, anybody would have trouble with that.
Somebody did find the clapping routine. He would like clap a couple times, and then he would get everybody's attention, which kind of worked out pretty well.
Oh yeah, the elementary school clap type settings.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, dang, yeah, that's a tough first draw, man. I would hate that, you know, because obviously the fate is not in your hands in the slightest. Um, I mean, it's a lot less physically demanding than red light, green light, because that was torture in itself. But I'd rather do that than just sit there and hope somebody else takes care of my fate for me. You know, that's like dying a slow death, I think.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people felt. And somebody said the other day, they were like, "You got robbed," and I said, "No, I didn't get robbed. I got dealt a tough hand, but you know what? At least they let me into what I would say one of the most exclusive casinos. I got in, so
Yeah,
and I got a tough hand, and it is what it is.
facts, facts. And so the game gets started, you know, the counting goes. Were you counting in your head, or were you trying to do anything?
I was counting in my head, and so were some of the people around us. And then instantly, about 10 seconds in, everyone started saying that she's late. And a lot of people picked up on that it was really off, and then you can just see everyone's faces. Everyone started looking disappointed, and as soon as it started getting down to it, Jacket, our friend Jacket, he was trying to get up there for a little while. He ran over, and they strictly told us like if anyone goes up on the podium or anyone like interferes or something, like you'll be disqualified. So Jackie like kind of like runs over to try to go up, and then like me and like the other guy with like the tattooed bald head, who actually he used to work not too far from me. Funny, believe it or not, we both kind of pull Jacket down as he like goes up to tell her to stop counting, and we pull him down. And I think about that to this day because I'm like, if we would have let Jacket kind of just go and let her to stop and press the button, maybe we would have been a lot closer.
Yeah, no, I mean, you never know. I think, you know, a lot of the guards, they have these rules and whatnot for certain reasons, but a lot of it can be bluff too, you know? As you'll see I mean, no, I have no spoilers right here, but you see the show progress, you know, some stuff flies. Like if you watch Mingle, you know, I'm sure they said you can't touch nobody, but that was not probably the case. And, you know,
Exactly.
they they're just gonna kind of go with the whims, you know, of their teeth. I mean, for our season, they said you couldn't do certain things. Like when we had to pick the shapes for Dalgona, they're like, "Oh, you can't play no games." But there was a game. I mean, we had a race and whatnot, and that's kind of
Right.
a game. So it's like you can go on the line a little bit to a degree. But
Yeah.
I'm a person that's, you know, you ask for forgiveness, not permission. So
I
maybe
like
you should
that.
go let him
Yeah.
go. So we'll never know. So, but yes, she gets to counting. She's late. Y'all discouraged, and then the final results come, and y'all all get shot up, man. And
Oh yeah. We were sitting there for a long time, and then we were sitting there for a long time awaiting the results. And then after a certain amount of time, we're like, this can't be good. This can't be good at all. Oh, it's been way too long. And then all of a sudden, like some people leave the room, they come back, they're crying. We hear like a faint crowd screaming and cheering. And once we hear that, everyone's faces just drop, and we're just all looking at each other like, yeah, we're cooked. And I'm sitting there trying to be optimistic. I'm like, guys, it's not over yet. We don't know that. And everyone's like, we're done. We're cooked.
dang, yeah, if you can hear him cheering in the distance, that's rough.
Yeah, it
That's
was heartbreaking for sure.
yeah. And then they got all you guys like dominoes, man. And you
And
guys,
you know,
go ahead.
it's funny too. When we all went down, actually, the only two people that I believe whose ink patches didn't go off was the twin and mine. My ink patch never went off.
Really?
And I said something to them about it, but they kind of just brushed it off. But my whole outfit was clean, and you can see it in my scene when I'm falling down. No ink goes off on me.
You should have
So that
stayed up
might,
then, coach. Why didn't you stay up? You might have been one of the
or
chosen ones.
or it could be a little teaser for what's to come. And it's like that little finger twitch at the
Oh,
end of the movie, and then the screen cuts to black.
season three. Okay.
Maybe you never know.
You never know, coach. We don't know what happens, man. We don't know. We just putting that into the stratosphere.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Well, the falling was epic. You know, it's funny you guys all did this the falls, and you guys all. I thought that was hilarious because not a lot of people was acting dying in our season, so I
Oh
really
yeah.
appreciate you guys going along with the gag of just dying.
That was funny. Seeing a lot of people being upset but fully committed to the death.
Yeah, no, you guys are committed. Like every scene, like that scene, the next episode, the next episode, everyone is committed to this dying, and I love
Yeah.
it. I think it's hilarious. And then they do like the whole slow motion shot going in, and everyone's just laying there.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, that was not the case in season one, Coach. I mean, especially for myself, I got shot up, and you wouldn't couldn't even tell.
I loved season one. I thought season one was great. That's what got me to go to season two, honestly.
Yeah, no, you see a lot of characters and people, and then the environment. It's like, man, like it's time to step on in the game. And
Definitely.
s- and so, you guys get shot. So unfortunately, you are eliminated from the game, and you head out. Tell me how you feeling once you get back to the hotel.
So we're all on the bus ride home. We get back to the hotel. I go up to my room. I'm upset. I'm looking at my papers going home. I stay in. They actually had a big party downstairs in the hotel on that first night. And I completely missed that party that whole first night because I was so upset about the loss. So my night got cut short. I slept it off. And
Well,
then
tell me
I
your
took
emotions in the room, man. Tell me how you was feeling in the room.
Oh man, I'm walking around pacing back and forth what I could have done. Should I have went X? Should I have not even bothered Jacket from stopping her from counting? Should I felt like I betrayed my friends when they asked me to come over. I'm thinking about every little step leading up to here and how I was trying to prepare myself and how what I could have done better, what was out of my hands, what I could have changed, and it was just replaying over and over and over again. And I just wanted to sleep it off.
Yeah, man. I mean, you just want to
It
curl
was
up in a ball,
stressful.
and like you can feel it in your chest, and it's just like beating you up again and again, and it's kind of like a weird out of body experience, I'd say.
Oh yeah, it was definitely an experience and a feeling that I never felt before. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's like your insides is crying, but you can't let it out.
Oh yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like, yeah. So I definitely understand, man. I definitely understand. And then, so you deal with that, and then, it's time to get home. Tell me, how are you feeling once you get back to Florida?
So once I get back to Florida, I actually before I got back to Florida, I had a connecting flight to New York, and I have a lot of friends over there still. So I used that to kind of decompress before I got back to Florida. So that helped a lot. And then once I got back to Florida, I was telling my friends and family about my trip, and they're like, "You're back so early." And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "You're gonna have to see what happened."
Thanks,
And
man.
it was a tough gradual um decompression coming back and going to work, but still, you learn to be humble and take the experience and everything good about it, and it realized it was a great time and a great opportunity for sure.
Yeah, man. Tell me, can you, I guess, get into a little more detail on how it was like emotionally when you got back to Florida? Like, did you leave the house at all? Did you like be able to
Oh,
talk to anybody?
yeah, like I'm super outgoing and I like to keep moving forward. So when tough times happen like in my life, the last thing I want to do is sit and mope around. I want to keep going because I know if I sit and mope around that's not going to help. So as soon as I got back, I think I got up and I went like straight to the gym and I kept being active, just to keep myself, mentally, physically positive and just to keep going, you know.
Yeah, no, that's important, man. Especially surrounding yourself with people who can
Yeah.
help you out. Sorry if I
And
cut out
and
real quick.
and they told us too. They said when you get back, it's gonna be tough. Like they gave us a whole seminar about it. They said you're gonna go from this feeling to that feeling, like so. And that's exactly how it felt, from the highs to the highs to the lowest to the lows. But when you get to those lows, man, you just gotta keep your head down and keep moving. You can't stop, otherwise, you'll get stuck.
Facts, man, facts. You got to keep it up and you got to shake it off, like Taylor Swift, I guess. But
Exactly.
yeah, man, well, yeah, I mean, unfortunately your journey got cut very short, and it's all in a learning experience, and will say, what's kind of like the biggest thing that you take away or learn from this experience?
The biggest thing I take away and learn from this experience is got to be enjoy everything while you have it, and appreciate everything that comes your way, because it's always better. It could always be better. It could always be worse, right? So you learn to appreciate it and soak in and smell the flowers, and everything will be all right, and it'll be good. Even when shit hits the fan, it doesn't matter. Learn to appreciate everything, and it'll be all right.
And you got the greatest attitude ever, man. I love that, man. You getting me inspired right now. You got me ready to go out and run a couple miles right now. But
Yeah,
that's
man,
that's
that's what you got to do, man. I mean, I'll be honest. My father recently passed away right after I came back from the show, so probably a month later, he ended up passing away, which really sucked, because he knew I was going on the show, and I was really looking forward to him seeing me on the show. And as soon as I realized that wasn't going to happen, that was kind of tough watching the show, without him being there to see me on my few seconds of TV. But even when that happens, man, you just put a smile on your face and just appreciate everything for what you have and you know what I mean, and you'll get through it just fine.
yeah, man. That's awesome, man. Condolences to you and your family as well. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Thank you,
You
man.
know, your father's super proud, looking above. So
Definitely,
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 all
man.
respect to you and your family through that, because that's a whole nother experience you probably had to deal with as well with the show and holding this secret too. I know that's a lot for anybody to take. So
Yeah,
all props to you, my man.
definitely, and shout out to Spencer.
Shout out. Is that your pop's name, Spencer, right?
That's his name, yes, sir.
Okay, cool. That's my roommate's name, so I was like, Spencer. I was like looking upstairs.
You like call Spencer after, it's like, yo, you.
I know. I'm like, you know this guy. How do you know him? Well, man, that's awesome. So, yeah, no, it was great. I'm glad we got to chat and get your perspective on the show and your experience, because, see through eyes of everyone's lens and everyone is important in the show as well. For the people who want to follow you and keep up with your journey, where can they find
Sure.
you at?
They can find me on Instagram at Nick Benevisto. They can find me on Facebook at Nick Benevisto. I even have a little Instagram page for Nick the Plumber. So Nick the Plumber, which I'm pretty well known for down here in Florida, or Nick Benevisto is. I'm the only one around, so you won't find another one of me.
Oh, really? Are you sure?
Absolutely, you won't find another Nick Benevisto in this world. I can promise you that.
I like that, man. I like that. That's awesome, man. Well, y'all make sure y'all follow this man, support him, follow the plumbing page. I'm sure he got a lot of things going on there as well. I know
Very
I
busy.
did. Yeah, very busy. That's good. I see all the plaques and stuff on your wall, so I know you're very successful, you know?
That's the Flow Master Award right there. They don't just give that to anybody.
They don't. They don't, man. They don't. This man has got it on and popping. I like it. I like it. Well, Nick, it was great. I'm glad we got to chat and hear your story, and I'm excited to see what things you got going on because I see a lot, especially with the attitude you got. A lot of people, including myself, leave the game sad, upset. Hard to take many positives away, but with that, you got the moon, the sky's the limit, man. That's all I can say about that.
Hey man, the glass is always going to be half full in my book.
Hey, I feel you, man. The glass is gonna be full for my blood.
There you go. There you go.
But in that case, if a glass, what's two glasses got to do with that, man? Because we gotta
Oh
drink the
man, he just went
sorrows.
up to me.
Hey, look, coach, I gotta
Hey,
keep it
cheers,
popping.
DeAndre. Cheers
Hey,
to that.
cheers, cheers to that, man. Cheers to that, man. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
take a drink on that tonight for sure. Oop, snap! I'm about to knock the
Stay
mic back.
less.
Getting lit too much already. Well, cool. Well, thank you for joining me, Nick. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you'll go follow him on his pages. And to everybody else back at home, peace, blessings, deuces, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, DeAndre. Awesome, man. Yeah, that was sick.